They say there are only two ways of living for a poor girl on the streets. Prostitution or starvation. I took the third way. I steal from the rich
Thank you.
and give it
Thank you,
all
sir.
to my poor self. At least in this corrupt world,
I made it back on time.
I'm a
Did not
hero
remember to turn my mic
myself.
back on. So I'm just gonna try and truncate that whole thing down again. Anyway, I was basically trying to say thank you for everyone who's donated so far and stuck around tonight. It's been great. Feeling much better because I had some more food and some more almonds, classic raw almonds. They're really starting to actually like non-salted almonds. So this was a game that I ended up getting when it came back, and I can't remember when it was. It would have been between 2000 and 2005, because that's when I was working at London Drugs North Vancouver, which is a drugstore that sells computers. And we got the game in, and I ended up buying it because it was like 30 or 40 bucks or something, and I could afford it, because that was about what I could afford at the time. And I took it home and I played it, and it was really good. This is one of those games that I would refer to as the next best Ultima 7. Like, it's a cross between Ultima 7 and Diablo. Oh, you know what? It's probably worth at least watching, just to see it. If it works. It might not work. Uh-oh, it might have just broken. Oh yeah, it totally did. Totally did. Uh-oh. Will it recover? It did. Okay. Whew.
They say
I was worried for a
there are
second there.
only
Okay,
two
I'll
ways
just try and sum up. So the intro video basically more or less details the story of this baby that these people in a cult were trying to kill, and the soul was divided into a bunch of pieces, and it hit you, and you sort of wake up here. So played much like a Diablo in its presentation, but sort of like Ultima 7 insofar as that you can pick up and fling things around. Pretty much anything in the game has a weight. What was character again? I forget. Equipment? Equipment, there it is. So we want to put... Oh, they're already on. Great. Okay, good. So you can leave stuff like that just up and open on the screen. Sort of like the potions, which I do as soon as I get a potion. It's also the part where my voice starts to give out. Jeez. Just gonna get through this first part here. Don't worry. This is one of the few houses you can actually take stuff in. You can read all the books. I may not read all the books because I was getting some crashes reading some books. So I may not read all the books. But there is some neat stuff in the books. Much as you would find in a Ultima or Elder Scrolls game.
You're awake at last. How are you feeling?
He's probably just over here. Who are you? How did I get here?
My name is Joram. I'm one of the healers here. As to how you got here, well, it's an odd tale. 3 days ago, while I was searching for some herbs on the edge of the forest, a small white cat drew my attention. I mean, it actually seemed to want me to go with it. I followed it cautiously and literally stumbled over your unconscious body. I immediately brought you back here. It was lucky for you that cat was watching out for your interests. A little longer, and you'd have been food for the kites.
My thanks for saving my life, such as it is. Oh, my reading on that was bad. ... Such as it is. I'm in your debt.
You're welcome. And don't be glum, whatever your problems are. If I hadn't found you when I did, with the help of good fortune and a cat, you'd be stone dead by now. We healers have a saying, as long as you've breath, you've reason to be happy.
So what is this
You're
place?
in my house in Alaroth, a small community of healers. In normal times, this place would be bustling with activity, but things have been rather quiet due to the recent troubles.
What are these troubles you were talking about?
You mean apart from the orc bandits infesting the woods, and the fact that we've lost contact with the source? Well, our leader, Mardanius by name, seems to have gone... How should I put it? Well, he seems to have gone as crazy as a loon.
Mardanius is crazy?
That's the only way to put it. He's constantly raving about dark chambers and evil spirits, and he thinks everybody is a servant of the dark powers. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he's been possessed by a demon. Of course, that can't be true. Nobody has gone down with possession in centuries.
That's strange indeed. Is there anything that I could do to help Mardanius?
Well, that's good of you, my friend. And I don't want to sound rude, but we are, after all, professional healers. If we can't help him, I doubt a simple adventurer could do better. Then again,
gosh, simple.
So far all
rude,
our efforts
man.
of curing
Super
him
rude.
have failed, and the man is in constant mental pain. Maybe strange illnesses must be cured by strange methods.
Where can I find Mardanius?
Follow the street outside my house, a little bit to the south, and then go west. His house is next to the old well.
Take care.
Before you go, I couldn't carry your belongings with me when I brought you here. Feel free to take anything you find necessary from my house. We healers believe in sharing what we have with the needy.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. You can always repay me.
There are
later
cheeky
if
answers.
you
I'm just
feel
not
in
giving
my
them.
debt. Perhaps you should pay George a visit. He has a small shop and could provide you with some basic gear for a reasonable price. But I'm sure an adventurer like yourself will find ways of making enough money, even here in poor Alaroth.
Where does George live?
He lives in the southeast of the village, near the gate.
My thanks and goodbye. So, we got our diary. So we're going to restore Mardanius' sanity, if possible. So, here's our map. You can mark things. It is a very big map. The entire world is actually fairly big. And it's all... You can just run all over it. So it's not broken up into acts like Diablo. It's more like Ultima that way. That's why I tend to think of this as more of an Ultima game, as opposed to like a Diablo game, but the combat... actually, the combat's kind of Ultima as well, to be honest. Oh, here's George. Let's read this. I know I still owe you 500 gold pieces, but I simply don't have the means to pay you back at the present time. Since the orcs started raiding in the woods around Alaroth, I've only had a trickle of customers. Money's tight for everyone these days, I suppose. Please be patient a little bit longer until the ducal army comes to clean out the woods and trade revives again. And I promise to return your kind loan with interest. Thank you. So that's George. There might be other reasons George is having trouble with cash. Maybe. I don't know.
Mardanius, my poor old friend. What are you doing outside?
What? Oh, it's you, Landon. I was... Ah, he will come. The end is upon us.
Shaloi, you're raving, Mardanius. You must take more rest. Come, let me take you home.
But Nemesis is near. We must be vigilant. We must be pure. We must behave. Oh, what did you say, Lanilo? Rest? Oh, yes, I could try to sleep. If only the voice in my head would be silent.
And there they go. There's a fair amount of voice acting in the game. Like, as far as I can recall from back then, Larian's not a big studio. And the one thing that it seems to be consistent with them and all the games they make is they put everything they possibly can into the game. Because they certainly did. Like, there are features in this game that aren't in really expensive games, you know, of the time. Like, this was I really had a good time playing this, and you can play it for a long time. Like, there's a lot in it. And the music's good. Voice acting's all right. There's a ton of writing in it. It's pretty good. You know, not all of it lands, but whatever. Nobody's perfect. What's up, bunnies? Get some of this food. Alright, I can't pick that stuff just yet. I run. I forget how to run. How did I crouch? Sorry, excuse me. Oh, just far edge. Okay, that's right. So you do have a stamina bar. This bar here in the middle. That goes down the longer you run. I don't remember if it impacts your combat ability or not, though. So this thing right here. Basically grab it at the beginning and don't use it. Unfortunately, most pages of this book have already been torn out. Maybe Mardanius did this by himself in his madness, so the evil forces shouldn't profit from his great knowledge of magic and magical artifacts. Only one section is complete and makes sense to you. Magic mirrors are far more common than any other objects. Sorry, my voice is kind of giving out. Basically, it lets you copy any item. And there is a really good reason to hang on to that for a while. Basically all I'll say about that. I mean, you can use it for, if you were to play this game, you can use it for whatever you want. But there's one thing in particular that's better. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with...
Here lies the late, unlamented Jake. No flowers, especially not from my wife. Signed, Jake.
Super rude. I'm gonna grab that key, though.
Here lies Esmeralda, wife of Jake. May she rest in peace. Somebody's added a line on this gravestone. Good riddance. Signed, Jake.
Jake. So mean. What's up, Jake?
Margaret.
Jake needs a hug.
Plague victim. Dahlia. Plague victim. An unnamed victim of fire fever. May he rest in peace.
That's kind of more of the same. Again, there's lots of detail like this all over the place, which is one of the reasons why I kind of refer to this as more of like the next kind of best Ultima game. Like it scratched that itch for me that wasn't being scratched by a lot of stuff for a while. And then the second one came out and he made some changes.
Excellent.
I still played it though. You know what? There are problems with Ego Draconis. Because that's the version I played, was Ego Draconis. I still kind of like it. I still think it's alright. I even kind of like Beyond Divinity. Beyond Divinity was a bit rougher. That's one I think that I think they were maybe pressed for time or something. Because it was rougher. Still good. It has a neat idea. You know, this idea that you were soul chained to this other character, and then you were sort of jumping around worlds. Like it was neat. Came with a little book. Had never seen the publisher since then. I think it was Hip Interactive. I think is who published it in Canada. Hadn't seen them since then. I'm just going off my memory of the box at this point in time. That's the exterior. So we do have a weapon now, but it has a durability of 1. So, not what I would call reliable. But, you know, you can hit somebody with it, I guess.
Outstanding.
I think that was the key we picked up from the cemetery. think. So yeah, whenever you see a pile like this, and I'd always be like, oh, okay, well I'm gonna be dragging stuff around for a bit. But it's for a reason. There is something under there.
Sorry, I can't use that.
The only thing that doesn't really work, you can't stack stuff.
I can't use that.
I think I probably can get in there now. Yeah, alright. Not that I might want to. Like I said, I have a broken weapon, so if I have to fight anything, it's probably not a good idea. But, you know, whoever lived here, this creepy dungeon. Take that torch. Uh-oh.
Now, who awakens me? You shouldn't have come into this cellar. Now you will never leave again.
Uh-oh. Yeah. We might actually die if we don't get the heck out of here. Okay, how did I crouch? Okay, it's right click. Alright. Okay, so that wasn't so good. Because, again, still have not learned my lesson. So our broken cudgel still has 1 durability, so it's not broken. But we're not going to be able to take on Zombie Jake for a bit. At least not until we find something better. Washing tub, plant, what do we got here? Oh, I don't have the strength. That's fine. Don't just want to go around stealing things anyway. I'm getting in trouble for that. I'm gonna take that helmet though. That's happening. Taking that too. It's broken, but you know, it's better than nothing. Oh, what's on the shelf? Let's see. Manuscript. There's nothing there. Okay. Well, we got a helmet. We got some armor. So remember, there should be like a... Okay, here's the center of town. I already know how to get down there, but I'm not doing it yet. It's the main stuff I remember really, really clearly. The exterior stuff. Oh yeah, this. Yeah, this thing. Okay. I'll come back to that. I'm just gonna try and fill in the map here around the town. Just as quickly as we can, and then we'll get down to that dungeon and see how far we can get. My stamina's all out, so I can't run. But down here in this edge of town, we have this door. So if we try to leave... Quick, get inside the gate. The orcs won't attack the village, and their numbers are greater, so you'll be safe in there for now. It's like, what about your friends? My comrades are giving my lives for my sake, and I'm not going to let their sacrifice be in vain. Greetings, I am Lord Seth, and in case you are the sort who looks for strife and woe, let me also introduce you to my noble sword, Brightblade. Typical cop. Now, with those formalities over, is there a reason why you impede my way? It's like, impede your way? You're the one that's told me to go in town. Why do you risk your life to come to this village? It is no secret. I was sent here by my general. A mysterious plague is haunting the streets of the poor district of Rivertown. I am to request the aid and assistance of the good healers who live here. You tried the high respects? Large parts of the poor district are under quarantine and people are dying everywhere. It is not a pretty sight, I'm afraid. This gate is all that guards Alaroth from the bandits. Friend, I would like to ask you a favor. Could you carry my message to the healers while I guard the gate? I have seen signs that an orc scouting party is nearby. I think I'd better wait here and keep watch. Very well, my lord. I'll tell the healers they're needed. Alright, so he's going to stand guard. Nighttime is coming. I believe this is George's house. I'm going to go see George.
You can't do that. I need the stuff right now. Look how my hands are shaking.
You didn't pay me for the last delivery, old man. From now on, it's gold on the barrelhead before you get your herbs. Understood?
Please, I'll pay you as soon as I get the money myself. I haven't had many customers because of the damned orc raiders in the woods, but I'll sell something soon, I promise.
What's another reason George has many problems?
Don't waste my time. If you don't have the gold to pay me, you don't get your herbs. End of story.
Look, perhaps I'll tell my colleagues about your little secret, huh? You wouldn't like that now, would you?
That's not going to go well for you.
Just a little bunch on credit, I'm begging you.
You don't threaten someone and say, please.
You're pathetic. Send for me if you get my money before the cold shakes get you.
What are you staring at? Nice hat. It is a nice hat, actually. So what do you find out? Find a solution to the plague problem and restore Merdanius' memory. Simple. Solve the plague, restore a wizard's memory. No problem. Welcome, adventurer. Please come in. Take a look around. I've got the finest wares in the lands. Best prices, too. Finest. Finest. What's the rumpus? Oh, the fellow that just left is one of my suppliers. We were just arguing about some goods I ordered. He always increases his price when it's time for him to hand over the goods. Damn swindler. They must have been important goods to him, sent you so much. Now, that's no business of yours. Oh, friend, what do you do for a living? Are you a healer? Oh, I was a healer, but I retired from the trade. I've seen enough belly wounds and gangrenes to last me 2 lifetimes. Nowadays, I just run this little emporium. Now, you look handy type. Care to run a little errand for me? There's a discount on my wares if you help out. Sounds interesting, friend. Tell me more. Listen, I'm in need of a special herb called Divinity. There's some in Lanelor's garden, but the damned elf doesn't want to give it away to me. You know, elves, tight-fisted as dwarves in their own way. Anyway, get me a bunch of those herbs on the quiet, if you catch my drift. I'll make it worth your while. Alright, but how do I recognize those herbs? Alright, that's plain enough, friend. I'll show you a handful I've got in my bedroom. Enough to give you the idea, but not enough for my purposes. Worse luck. Yes, because he smoked it.
There it is, next to the table. Don't move it. It's very fragile.
Don't move it, huh? So it's Divinity is what we're looking for. Divinity. I will return. Alright. Because I don't think we have a lot of money at the moment. I don't think. Yeah, I got 44. Well, I'll see what I can get for 44. Let's find out. Trade. Alright, so we got a training sword. It's got 16 durability. That's way too much. Got a broken knife. It's not going to be good enough. Got a cudgel. Alright, that's at least got durability. It's 28, so I'll probably get that. Yeah, that's too expensive. Health is expensive. Yeah, we're gonna get that. That's 28. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so now at least I've got a weapon that's not gonna break. Let's head over here and we're gonna trigger a cutscene in just a second.
Mordanius, my friend, did you drink the herbal tea I prepared for you?
Oh, look, here they come. Oh, begone, foul creatures.
Oh, dear me. Come, Mordanius, I'll feed you the medicine myself.
Voice acting's pretty good.
Oh, my destruction.
The voice is a bit silly, but it's alright.
You, Thelior Ashnitor, the Lord of Decay. Oh, begone, foul demon.
No, no, it's me, Lanilor. Oh, come, let me make you some more of that hot tea.
Like, I can really feel this
I
person's
will not
exasperation.
drink your foul brew, Theliran. Do you really think you can fool me? Taste my power.
No, Mardanius, no! I am Lanilor!
So Lanilor is not really happy at the moment. But he can talk still. Oh, stranger, could you rescue me from this icy prison that's getting too cold to bear? How can I help? Only Mardanius can negate a powerful spell. You'll have to get into Mardanius' house and convince him to rescue me. 7 gods, do you think I know better than to strike up chats with the musicians? I can see you're freezing to death. Let's see what I can do for you. Okay. You could just ask him right away. I'm not going to do that, though. It's kind of mean. Rescue landlord from the icy prison. So this may not be a good idea, but I do kind of know the way to get down there already. I'm just going to save it really quick, just in case. Because if I learned anything from System Shock today, maybe save it. Got some gold. Got this apple. Sweet. Just keep the inventory open just in case I want to eat that food. I think there's... I don't remember anything being over here. I guess I don't think so. Yeah, no, I don't think there is. Key, though.
I'm not able to use that.
Oh, I always double click it. You don't have to double click. You don't have to double click the things, but I always am just used to double clicking on items to open them.
Fantastic!
Got a bottle of ale. Nice, I'll take that. Broken stuff, some dwarven ale, that'll come in handy. Not so much to drink, but more to trade. Got that, some bread, got some rotten food. Nice, everyone loves rotten food. So I think that's more or less what's in here. I think there's one other path you can go up. I'll just go and check it out real quick, just because I'm here.
I can't use that.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything actually hidden under these things. They do that a fair amount, but I don't think in this case it applies. This barrel? No, it's empty. I think there's just this blocked. I think this door is blocked. Oh no, it's open. Oh! Take it, skeletal warrior! Barrel is locked?
I don't have a key that fits this lock.
Don't have a key, but I do have a club. You do, of course, run the risk of damaging a bunch of stuff that's in the box, so you generally don't want to do it unless you have to. Gosh, I'm glad I did that. Emerald's going to be valuable to sell. Grab that bread. Again, I don't think there's anything under this stuff, but I will take a look. Yeah, alright. Let's go get Mardanius. Hold, do I know you? What are you doing in my house? No, you don't know me. I got in through those stinking cellars that smell of boiled cabbage. Landlord asked me to ask you to unfreeze him. You see, he's getting rather cold. Boiled cabbage. The taste of... You're not an agent of Theliron Hashnitor, are you? I'll destroy you, creature of darkness. Where's that spell? No, no, no. Lanilor. You know your elven friend, pointy ears. He needs your help. You've frozen him, and now he'd like to be unfrozen. What's that smell? Lanilor, Lanilor. Where is Lanilor? Basically, he's just confused. Sorry, my voice is starting to give out, so some of the extra stuff I'm just kind of not going to read. Sorry. Thank you, stranger. Thought I was never going to get out of that prison. My feet are numb. 7 gods, my toes have gone blue. Let me rub them. Ah, it hurts. The blood is returning. Ah, it's better. Now, what I can do for you, oh my benefactor. I would love to get some herbs from your garden. Certainly. Some of those herbs are very potent and therefore dangerous. So let's find out about Alaroth. Mardanius founded the healer community of Alaroth. His goal was to unite healers of all the races so that we might further our skills with mutual studies. A messenger from Rivertown has told me that a foul plague has befallen the people. They need help. Shaloi, what a fix we're in. I wish there was something we could do, but we healers can't leave Alaroth as long as Mardanius is running mad. He's a monstrously powerful wizard. If he goes completely crazy, there's no telling what magical damage he might do. He knows spells that could kill hundreds or can tear reality to its very core. If Alaroth's founder is to be allowed to live, we must find a cure for this malady. Okay. But you cannot leave plague victims without help. You're right. I will ask the other healers to prepare themselves, but I will not ask them to go alone through the orc-infested woods. I will be their escort. Go to the barracks and ask General Alix to form up a full escort of guards. Great, so now we've got the location of the barracks. I'm staying here to treat new patients who would come to Alaroth. I will look after Mardanius as well. I would feel way more comfortable with all this if we could cure him. Perhaps I have to go down to Alaroth catacombs myself. So we're going to volunteer to do that. Can you give me some advice how I should organize military escort? I'm not sure. He suddenly started behaving like a madman. Something that can be done to save him. If demon theory holds water, the catacombs beneath Alaroth might provide a clue. They'd be most likely source. What can you tell me about Alaroth? What are the catacombs? Only a few people hereabouts know about it, but there's a huge cavern system running underneath at our feet. Some of it is an ancient dwarf working, but most of it is natural. Several years ago, Mardanius went and explored down there alone. When he came back, he sealed the entrance and warned us not to go down there ourselves. He wouldn't tell us about what he found down in those pits, but whatever it was, it scared him. Once he mentioned old catacombs and evil spirits to me, but he would not say more. So how do I get there? I've only discovered about that recently. During one of the trances, Mardanius mumbled something about the catacombs and facing the dragons to the north. Other than that, I'm afraid I have no idea. I'm going to scout around a bit. So I already knew that. Let's go get the plant. See if we can get some stuff. So that's his house. So I think his garden is right over here. And there is a Drudne. So there we go. That's the thing that Buddy wanted. We're going to grab these flasks too. Don't know exactly what for. I'm just going to grab them just because. They're not nailed down. I have to have them. I'll grab 2. Why not? So we're going to give that to George, and then we're going to go down into those catacombs. And something kind of neat will happen right before we go into the catacombs. Here's a bunch of herbs. They're dangerous, so be careful. I will return. So that was it. That's all you got. You got Snitty. Snitty Drug Man was not happy with you helping out. It's fine. Dragon statue. There's one. And one more. I think this one has to turn the most.
Fantastic!
Wait, I have something for you. I searched through the belongings of my house and I found this artifact. It might help you in your quest. I would like to give it to you as a token of my gratitude for all you've done. This looks like a little pyramid. What does it do? This pyramid is surrounded by a strong magical field. There exists an exact duplicate of this pyramid artifact somewhere else in Rivellon. If you operate this pyramid correctly, it will teleport you to the duplicate. You mean if I use this, I'll be shot across the land like a squeezed grape pit? Yes, in a way, but you will come to no harm. Think of it as traveling across many leagues in a single step. The pyramid will come in handy if you ever need to get well away from the dangerous situation in a hurry. The pyramids are also the perfect way to travel over a long distance. So where's the other pyramid now? Well, to be honest, I've never dared to try myself. The duplicate could be anywhere, so be careful the first time you use it. You mean for all you know, I might find myself surrounded by orcs or at the bottom of a river? I'm afraid so, but who knows? If you don't want to risk finding the other pyramid the magical way, you might still be able to find it during your travels. If you do, it will become invaluable to you. It's a strange gift, but a princely one nonetheless. Thank you. It is a strange gift, but it's also very handy. So, we're just going to do this real quick so you can see, because I might die doing this. Just gonna... Oops.
If I want to get back here, I'd better drop this stone before using it.
Oh, right. That's right. Yes. That's right. I'm glad they warned you first. Bam! Yeah, you're not gonna make it through this. It's just, there's no way. You can try, you want to, but you're not gonna make it. So, I mean, I should say that. If you're maybe carrying more than I was at that point in time and trying harder, you could probably do it, maybe. Again, broken weapon. Try to, you really do want to pay attention to the durability in this stuff, because if you don't have to carry things, you really don't want to. But here we are, in the first dungeon. And it's about 1 a.m. So we started a bit later today. So we are going to keep going. It's just talking about the catacombs. I'm just going to leave it at that. Sorry, my voice is giving out a little bit. I'm trying to not have it give out completely.
This door is locked tighter than a dwarf's ale purse.
Can't remember. Do I do the candle thing? I don't think so. I think there is something I'm supposed to find. Yeah, I think it's something I find. Alright, let's look around. Probably another door that I missed. Or not. Oh, yes, there is a thing I missed, though. Right there. Blap.
I wonder what that did. I have no idea what that just did.
I always want to right-click to attack to start with. There's another thing that I really should have done before I walked in here. And it's staring at me right at the bottom of the screen right there. So I'll do it as soon as I take care of this archer. First, we're gonna maybe eat some food. And then we're gonna do level up. Go with there, a couple there. Good. Got skills. So because we are Way of the Survivor, it's gonna be better off to go this way. What was good here? I mean, this is gonna be good when I get to level 5. I might as well take this for now.
Excellent.
So now we got a backstab. Alright. Oh, I think I missed it. No, I didn't just miss it. Nice. Thanks for stopping by. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. Thanks for sticking around as long as you did. You were there for a while. Thank you. So yeah, we're gonna keep going for a bit longer here on Divine Divinity. I'm supposed to be starting Biochromatic Rearm 2 pretty soon. But at this point in time, getting this close to 3, I'm just going to be eating into my Elite Dangerous time, and that's kind of fine. It's going to be 2 hours of just sort of flying around with the VR headset on so I can stay awake. So if I cut into that, not a big deal. Getting dangerously close to death there. Use one of those. They're really expensive at the beginning of the game, so it's not always a good idea to use those. But in this case, I need it. Also, because I kind of forget how the food system works. Because you do eat at certain points to regain health, but sometimes you don't. So I just forget how the system works.
I don't have a key that fits this lock.
I don't need a key. Oh yeah, give me that egg. Sitting in a barrel at the bottom of the catacombs. I bet it's super delicious. I guess, you know what, that'd be a question I'd put out to the general. What is like the most questionable piece of food that you can recall eating that didn't actually hurt you? Like you looked at the thing and you went, this is probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna eat this anyway. And it worked out, and you made it. Curious, what would it be? What would be the thing? Turn the combat off before I do that. So there's a bunch of those I want to try and pick up. I can't remember how many. Was there 3 or 4 of them? There's a few of them. Basically, we're just going to be looking for those. That's bad because I had my back to it. You really don't want to do that. That was a scroll. Was that a scroll? Oh no, just flat out scorpion trap. I don't remember what those do. I don't remember what they do at all. Okay, bread, super good for you. Okay. Sapphire key, totally gonna take that. So yeah, for all you people who jumped in playing Divinity Original Sin for the first time, and hadn't had a chance to go back to play this game, Source was a part of it right from the very beginning. And it was always a little bit... It was always supposed to be dangerous and mysterious and weird. Man, that game is really good. all these games are actually pretty good. There are problems with Ego Draconis. There's problems with Beyond Divinity, but they're still good. You know, they still do things that a lot of other games really didn't. There's stuff you're gonna have to put up with if you play them. You know, that's not so great. But if you're the type, I'll say the same thing as I say about cryostasis. If you're the kind of person that can deal with a little bit of wonkiness with your game, they're totally good. Oh, that's not so good. I need to get out of here. Got lucky there. Equipment. Yeah, the helmet's about to go. Oops, no, wrong button. I actually know what? I'm gonna save it. Probably a good idea. I've gotten real close to death a few times here. Ah, nice. Saved by the level up. Because that could have gone bad. Right. I always forget to turn off combat. Alright, let's do that. Get one more of those. Get some more of that. One more of that. Some more of that. Now, what do we want for skills? We want... Fade Trap, maybe. Trader's Tongue could be useful. Alchemy. No creature. Grants you insight. Successfully identify monsters up to level 10. Shows hit points. Probably going to be this alchemy one, to be honest.
Excellent.
Perfect. Or gold. You don't really see, or maybe I don't see, because I certainly can't play every game, even though I do try. They don't do a lot of like barter systems anymore, really, except for like maybe like Fallout, kind of, but usually you just end up buying things in caps. Or like Gothic, I guess. Gothic, I guess, does bartering in it as well. Oh, or Elex. That was actually a game I almost played for this, was Elex. People from Piranha Bytes? I think, yeah, Piranha Bytes. Made Gothic and Elex. Another good example of some games with problems, but are good.
The door's locked.
What did, oh, right, there it is right there.
I have no idea what that just did.
How do you not know by this point in time? You have to know. Yeah, I'll have the meat. Okay, cool. That EXP bar is going to be a little while. We're getting closer to these columns. Yurunk Gork 2. I have no idea. What an ass. Aloy human, you come. Smirik want talk with you. No need to draw weapons. Okay. What do you want? Let's get to the point. We want magic and axe. It's called Slasher. We need to find Slasher. I'll see if I can find it. Not really, but I am going to try and find it still. Where does this go?
Yeah! A bloody human in our camp! Stand back, lads! I'll kill it myself!
Okay, well, let's go back in there then. But good to know. So that should at least also now be on our map. So if we go out, we'll have at least a spot that we can look at to identify where this exit and entrance come in from. Which you do actually spend a fair amount of time in this first town just getting around, and then you get out of it, and then the world is also fairly big with lots of it. There's a lot to do. And yes, you do get more combat options as time goes by. Oh right, I remember this. Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's telling you about the statue, which will... Wait, do I have to take the book? Or the candle? Candle.
Appear, my guardian. Appear. You failed me once.
So now I have a friend.
My guardian, my untrustworthy protector, will you fail me again? Will you run away and take cover when your lady is in danger? Do you want to prolong your well-deserved curse of never coming to your final rest?
Jeez.
Swear you will do everything in
So
your
basically, this being was summoned as a protector for me, so I get help. For as long as I'm in the dungeon, I get help. Oh wait, no, I came from that way, so I want to go this way. And I think there's a bow one as well, I think. No bow this time. Thought for sure there'd be a bow. There's always a bow. Bow stink. Alright, so now... And 3. Again, simple but good-looking magic effects. Like, they look good. Keep ducking. Okay, so what are we at? 116? Alright. We're almost up for our hour here. I will go for a little bit longer here. Let's see. We'll go down some more. There's that classic wet, hot American summer pot-breaking sound. That's the one. Was that what that was? Yeah, see, no health out of any of that stuff, and I'm pretty sure I've only got one potion left. Yeah. Dicey. Dicey. Well, we want to stay alive, so... maybe we'll find a potion. Not if I keep breaking them. Are we gonna go to a little more defensible position? Oh. Yeah, I want that potion, so I might need to run around a little bit here. I grab the potion. Ah! If I can leave them behind a bit. Lead them on a run. I ducked again. This is a viable combat strategy, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave the dungeon. I'm gonna get killed otherwise. I might die right here. I didn't, but man. Nice. Yes, I will definitely take that. Because you really do kind of want to stick around here as much as you can, because you do have help from him. Looks like there might be a potion under there. Can't move it. No, can't move it. Wait, I still have combat on, so maybe I can move it. Good. Yeah. Oh well. We'll keep moving. Ooh. No, we're leaving. Okay. This is really pushing it. But, you know, we're probably about to finish anyway, so it's fine. So that's likely Slasher, I think. The axe those orcs were looking for. Where are you going, zombie man? Aren't you supposed to kill these things for me? And there we go. That's probably a good way to end the hour. Is that. So the dungeon does go on for a bit there. And the world does open up and has a bunch of different types of quests, like much like you would find in Ultima 7. Like I said, Ultima 7 is probably the closest that I would say that the most similar thing to that to me is Ultima 7. To me, anyway.